10 interesting facts about ArachiI and Tanu. 1. The ArachiI are subdivided into families, which can become very large. When an ArachiI is born, it looks more or less like an actual spider, but about the size of a basketball. And normally an ArachiI would be able to give birth to about 6 or 7 babies at a time. There are only about 30 families in all of ArachiI tribes in the Skit, or Twin Mountains as it is in common. 2. When they came into being, ArachiI were a race of creatures that appeared in Tanu at a later time, about 450 years ago, as an instinctually ravenous and aggressive race by the major goddess of evil and darkness, Slanfarnik. She did not create them to necessarily be evil, but to have simple impulses that would lead to what others would consider evil acts. With the lower half of a spider and the upper half of a humanoid, these creatures quickly found themselves isolated from other races and cultures and looked upon with suspicion and fear due to their instinctual nature. Half-breeds of this race end up being more humanoid with human-like legs that are spider-like in nature. 3. ArachiI dealt with a lot of oppression and aggression from other races early on in their creation. They do have the ability to reason and debate morally, but the drive is in them to feed and fight. Many fight these urges, and they are taught of other cultures and their ways of living, which the ArachiI mentally feel better about, even though emotionally they wish to eat them. The ArachiI were attacked by the Tekite Empire about 3 years ago or so, when the Feronian city of Gartilia was attacked as well. A few of the families were entirely eradicated, while others settled and moved on to the western Skit Mountains. 4. As said already, ArachiI care greatly about food, not the quality, but simply the quantity. But if enough time is spent in other cultures, their taste can grow and evolve to appreciate different flavors. ArachiI also are exceptional rogues and fighters due to their natural tendencies to hide, set traps, and their desire to fight. 5. Within the Western Skit, the ArachiI's largest family, the Hachiwo, are Slan ArachiI, with a matriarch named Wexei. Slan spiders do not exist naturally within the world, being part of the creation Slanfarnik made. They are more aggressive and hungry than other ArachiI. They possess green, bioluminescent spikes on their abdomen and body that they can dull or brighten based on hiding or when courting a mate. Their skin is harder and stronger than normal as well. 6. ArachiI are wonderful assassins since they desire to fight others and also dispose of the evidence. They become exotic cooks in the outside world too, due to their desire to try everything at least once in their life. 7. ArachiI must suppress their spiritually driven compulsion to kill everything around them that isn't their family. Slanfarnik created them with a goal, and they wish to break from that fate and be free from their addictive drives towards feeding and killing. 8. The Slan ArachiI find themselves mostly drawn to Slanfarnik, since their family is most connected to and blessed by the Dark Goddess. People worshipping Slanfarnik who wish to go to the plane of darkness and evil when they die are called Shanaraz. Most of the country identifies as Shanaraz, with a growing population wishing to break their tie to Slanfarnik in the crossroads and become Celestians to look for a way to cut ties with their dark past. 9. ArachiI naturally are not drawn to or feel any great skill in magic. 10. The broodmothers, however, are ArachiI that have found some type of magical quality to draw natural spiders to them as swarms to send off and do their bidding. These ArachiI are considered divine in ArachiI society and are looked to as fortune tellers and fate weavers. They are not necessarily unified as a group, but they recognize the title and recognize each other's gifts when they meet one another and share their secrets.